Yes, I did flip off some bigots for telling children they'd go to hell. And no, I'm not gonna apologize. My name is Abughazaleh. I'm running for Congress in the 9th District of Illinois, and as usual, the right is mad at me. That's because I gave the finger to a woman who was terrorizing kids. I think in their eyes, this qualifies as assault. A few weeks ago, I was at a local library to support families going to a drag queen story hour event. Hundreds of other people showed up to protect them from harassment. And when I say harassment, I mean harassment. Conservatives showed up and stood at the door to tell children and their families that they were going to hell, and yelled about how God doesn't recognize their basic dignity. They were screaming at kids for wanting to hear a story. So when a woman started filming people, including children, calling them pedophiles and predators, I flipped her off and told her she should be ashamed of herself. And I'd do it again. I can't believe this is controversial now, but antagonizing 4-year-olds doesn't deserve to be met with respect. Just 10 years ago, we were all horrified by the actions of the Westboro Baptist Church. But as Trump and his cronies have normalized far-right extremism, it seems like many leaders, including Democrats, feel as if they have to justify blatant hate as a legitimate political opinion, as if decorum is more important than people's rights. It is not. And the same people who are mad at me for being uncouth are the same ones who have called for me to be jailed, who have said I am trying to make Chicago Palestine, and who write weirdly horny op-eds about me, even though I'm supposedly a social contagion. One of those accounts is a Republican running for Congress, not even in my district. But that didn't stop her from writing an entire op-ed calling me a radical Palestinian ideologue in influencer clothing. She was mad that apparently I won't listen to moderates and independents unless they fall in line with my dogma. That dogma being, once again, basic human rights. I am not opposed to working with people who think differently from me, but we have to first agree on a foundation for dignity. And telling children they're going to hell ain't it. I have no interest in humoring bigotry. I have no interest in pretending dehumanization and hate are political positions. That's why I was at that library, standing with kids and their families. Drag Queen Story Hour is a favorite boogeyman for the far right. Throughout my career covering these people, I have listened to hundreds of hours of chuds like Tucker Carlson and Ben Shapiro calling it an existential threat. They insist that a man in women's clothing is going to turn your kid into a woke gay Marxist or whatever. In reality, drag queens, especially in a setting like this, are clowns in the best way. They're fantastic, engaging storytellers in colorful outfits, two things kids famously love. Plus, this helps expose children to different kinds of people. And if a kid is queer, maybe they'll feel more accepted. But that hasn't stopped the right from attacking these events. Reactionary figures like libs of TikTok have put targets on schools, libraries, and children's hospitals. And I mean that in a very literal sense. Libs of TikTok has inspired bomb threats at these places, including Lurie Children's Hospital right here in Chicago. Not only that, she bragged about it. Drag Queen Story Hour is just another one of these whipping posts, attacked under the guise of protecting children. But in reality, the only people putting kids in danger are the ones screaming at them. If we want an equitable, safe future, it is on us to protect our communities and denounce hate. And it's up to our representatives to lead the way. When it's your children, your neighbors, your community, how will you respond? How do you want your leaders to respond? Hatred is not a different viewpoint. It is something that should be actively denounced, not justified or legitimized. Yes, a member of Congress is responsible for representing everyone in their district. And no matter who you are or what you think, as your congresswoman, I will help you find your social security check, navigate Medicaid, locate your brother who is detained by ICE. But it doesn't mean that I have to pretend hate and bigotry are okay. And I wish more Democrats felt the same. This is part of why I'm running for Congress. We have to actually stand for something. I do. I'm not ashamed of my values. I believe that every American should be able to afford housing, healthcare, and groceries with money left over to save and spend. I believe everyone deserves basic human rights, no matter who they are. And I believe that standing up to authoritarianism means more than just strongly worded letters and complaining in private. If any of my constituents are attacked for who they are or who they love, I will fight for them, because that's what we deserve from our leaders. Do you want your congressperson to compromise with the people telling babies they're going to hell? Or do you want your congressperson to flip those people off? If you think we need more fighters in Congress and want to support my campaign, the best thing you can do right now is donate. And tell your friends to donate too. Whether it's $5, $50, or $500, your donation goes to a campaign that stands by what it believes and uses our resources to help people right now. We are just single digits away from the lead, ahead of 5 other politicians, and we want to close that gap. And because we're not taking a cent of corporate PAC money, I need your help to win and keep these bigots on their toes. Better things are possible, but only if we stand with and for each other. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and see you on the campaign trail.